Go ahead. Hi there. I forgot to mention, Mr. Ness. When they put Angelo Torres in jail, everybody said he was a bad person. But they forgot to mention, you're even worse. You're blatantly telling me minority doesn't matter here. Well, it sure does, Mr. Ness. You're as bad as Angelo Torres. You're just as bad. I mean, letting all these people, giving Rojas all these contracts. And you're sad. You call yourself an American? Being an American doesn't mean you have to cheat. That's non-American, Mr. Ness. We're going to come and get you, Ness. Legally. And like you say, when you called the Inspector General and told him that I threatened you, you threatened us. And you did. You took our jobs away. So what is the Inspector General doing about what we told them about all the dirty stuff that's going on? They ain't doing shit about it because they're part of the problem too. The Inspector General was put in by Daley. Anybody that's put in by Daley is worthless. You guys are terrible, especially Patrick Fitzgerald, which we're not following the Constitution. And if you don't follow the Constitution, we call that treason. And all this stuff with treason, what are you going to do? What did they do with people when they accuse them of treason? I think they used to kill them. Here, now it's a joke. America, the beautiful, home of the free and the brave. That's just a fairy tale. The American dream. It's just a fairy tale. Because the poor, the minorities, are always going to pay the price. And I'm a minority. And I'm not ashamed to say that. But I am an American, and you can never take that away from me. Even though I'm embarrassed to say that, it's terrible. Because, Ness, my birth certificate, it says Caucasian. That's kind of weird, Caucasian. But I'm still a minority. You guys are all screwed up. All screwed up. Have a good day, Mr. Ness. We'll be seeing you. Good morning, Chicago, United States, all over the world. Today's August 21st, Tuesday. Okay, I've been putting all this stuff on YouTube because I just like everybody to tell the truth, because the media does not like to tell the truth. They tell half-truths, what they want to hear. But what we want to hear, they don't let us know. So while I do this, I'm paying a price. I've been thrown in jail. My trucks have been stopped for some nonsense. I've been stopped for speeding, which is another nonsense. I mean, they're just, you are trying to scare me. But it ain't gonna work. You don't scare me. So when you guys threw me in jail, everybody talks about the Chicago police. But everybody forgets about the sheriffs, Cook County sheriffs. The ones that take care of the courthouses. Well, they're the dirtiest cops around. How? Because I can prove it. In February, I went to court. Some guy invited me to see how court works. I had no idea. As I went there, I took some other people with me. We just went to court, just sat down. And then we have, you have the judge there yelling at the person, and then you have the lawyer against that lady, and then you have the Cook County sheriff. And all of a sudden the lawyer goes to the Cook County sheriff, starts talking to us and talking to him and pointing to us inside the courtroom. And we had no idea what was going on. So they finally told the lady to leave, and we followed. And as we were following, we hear Eric Gross, Deputy Eric Gross, saying that there's a disturbance, 3 individuals causing a disturbance in the courtroom. I didn't think anything about it until we went outside. You have a shitload of sheriffs outside. And then I'm like, what's going on here? And and then I go by the lady that was there. I mean, I hadn't never met the lady before. So I met her, I told her, what's going on. And then you got a big fat, what is it, Sgt.Boyd tells me to leave. And I tell him, well, I'm with her. And then he tells one of his flunky deputies to take me away. And they took me away. And then the other people that were with me, they threatened him to lock him up for something, I didn't understand. We're in a courtroom, a state courtroom. There is no law against being in any courtroom. We have the law here we have a case here in Wisconsin where we have every right to be in a courtroom. So they broke my constitutional rights for being there. So Mr. Boyd started thinking inside his mind, what did I do? This ain't gonna stick. They got me for trespassing on the state building and some other foolish things. Foolish, and I mean foolish. And then they took me to downstairs, in the lockup. When I'm in the lockup, I go inside. Just a sec. So, I went, they took me to lockup downstairs. They took my shoelaces, everything, it made me feel like a bad criminal, for something that every American could do. Go in the courtroom and just watch. Maybe because my color, that's probably what it was, which it was, of course. I go downstairs, it's full of minorities. And I asked the guys there, there's no white people here, what's up? And I said, they all laughed at me. Don't white people commit crimes? They all laughed at me. Nothing but minorities. Latinos and African Americans. What's up with you guys? Cook County Sheriffs? Are you telling me there is no white crime? Bullshit. That's the crime you guys ignore. Alright. And I went down there. They locked me up and finally they let me go. They said, you're not going to start any more trouble. I think, I didn't start no trouble. They finally let me out. So I go out right up there trying to put my shoelaces. They said, get out of here, you gotta go. So I'm going, so well, I'm putting on my shoelaces. They said, you gotta go. So I start going up the escalators, and then a cop that's, he doesn't have his uniform on, but I know he's a cop, with a little badge or something. And he said, come on, just go, just go. And then as we hit the top, he said, come on, you gotta go. And I told him, what about all the people sitting on the seats there by the windows? Those are the good people. Oh my gosh. Those are the good people. So this cop knows the difference between good and bad. This guy must be God. Ain't that a bitch? He knows that I was bad. He doesn't even know who the hell I am. I have a family. I'm a grandfather. I have kids. I have everything trying to make the American life. And this cop tells me I'm a bad guy. Those are good people because they were white. But the bad thing, the guy that was telling me, those are African American, which he's telling on his own people because he's kissing ass for that job. Kiss ass kissers. So finally, and then I see Mr. Boyd, Sgt.Boyd to my right, with two flunky deputies, and they're just constantly looking at me. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with these guys? Are these stalkers? This is a stalking thing. So I finally get to sit down by the people and put my shoelaces. And Mr. Boyd just keeps on looking at me like he never seen a Mexican before. I couldn't believe it. And then his little flunkies are right next to him, two African Americans. You guys don't have to bow down to fat ass sergeants. They're just human beings like everybody else. Don't be afraid just because of your job. We have rights. So I get there, I tie my shoelaces, I walk outside the building, and I wave to the sergeant because it was a shitty memory. And then I take out my little cell phone. I'm outside the building already. I take a picture of him, but I don't know how to use a camera phone. And I just walk out. I'm across the street by the Cook County building, right across the street. And all of a sudden, those two flunkies that were with him jumped me from behind. So I put my hand up because I don't know who it is. And then I turn around, I said, now what? One of the flunkies tells me, oh, now you're going to spend some time with us now. And I said, what did I do now? Well, you took a picture, that's illegal. It's not illegal, and it's not illegal. I took a picture of your boss, and then he said, then I hit him. I said, I didn't hit you. I mean, I raised my hand up because you guys attacked me. So these guys are sent by their boss because his boss screwed up the first time. He put me in jail for something that's not illegal. So when that happened, oh, I'm so pissed off. So pissed off. Sorry about that. They locked me up. and you know, twist my arms and all that other stuff. You know, treat me like a dog. And then they take me downstairs again. And the first time I was not allowed to make a phone call. They will not allow you to make phone calls. I don't know why. I thought it was your right to make a phone call. And then the second time they take me down, again, they play their stupid games. Take all my phone and everything, they lock it up, everything. And this time, they're trying to make some more charges on me, more charges. One white guy, he looked like a geek. I said, oh, another charge. I was like, what the hell? If I talk, there's charges? I said, you guys are fucking not bright. I said, you guys don't even know what you're doing. I said, you're following your boss. Your boss is going to lead you guys the wrong path. But you know what? That's fine. Just follow your boss. So they took